Welcome to the FSU Broncos Pigskin Press Talk. I'm here with the defensive coordinator, Barry Tripp. Coach Tripp, welcome to the FSU Broncos Sports Network.
Nice to be here. Nice new setting we got, new room.
You're the first one here at the studio for FSU Broncos Sports Network.
Happy to be breaking it in.
All right, so now we're not breaking it in on a good note because we had a tough loss this past weekend to St. Augustine's where they drove the field within the last minute of the game and won off of a 21-yard field goal.
Yes.
All right, so after a devastating loss like that, as a coaching staff, how do you guys regroup from a loss?
Well, for us, we keep doing the same thing we've been doing. It's a tried and true formula. We've been doing it for years. So we just get the guys back, get them back focused, and keep doing what we've been doing.
Okay, so as a coaching staff, you guys continue the same routine that you've been doing because
Yes.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. But, of course, you guys are not on the field. The players are out there on the field going off you guys' command. So when you guys get back to practice, how do you regroup them?
Well, a wise man once told me the team that has the most fun is going to win. So what we've got to do for them is get back to having fun. Let them have fun, let them go out there and play and be special. The players that we've got on the field, they've been out there for 3 years now. We know what they can do. They just had an off game on Saturday, and we just got to go back out there this Saturday against Livingstone and take it to the next level.
Okay, so practice hasn't been different? It's been kind of the same routine as far as practice?
Same routine. We still sitting at number 1 in Southern Division, so it got us there. So we'll keep doing what we've been doing.
All right. So now looking forward to the Blue Bears homecoming game this Saturday, 1:30 kickoff. As a defensive coordinator, what are you looking at coming from the Blue Bears?
They do a lot of stuff, a lot of different personnel groupings, a lot of different formations. So they run the same things out of different formations, which is what we kind of pride ourselves on doing on defense. We like to run the same thing out of different looks, give you different looks, and attack you in different areas. So they like to do the same thing. Coach Williams has been there for a good little minute, and we've been seeing these same formations from him for years. And he always has a few little wrinkles that he throws at you, and that make sure you game plan for him too. So we want to stick to our base rules, the things that we've been teaching since day one, and go out there and put on a show Saturday.
All right. So we're going into week 9. So how is the health level of the defensive front?
We banged up, but everybody's banged up this time of year. Just continue to, the next man up, just continue to play. That's all we can do. We can't worry about who's on the field. We just got to play. Everybody that we have on our defense has been taught up and coached up, so we just got to continue to play, and we'll be all right. The injuries and the health won't hurt us.
All right, so thank you, Coach Tripp, for joining us here in the Sports Network. We'll have Coach Flowers, the offensive coordinator, stepping up with us next and talking about the offensive side of the ball.
All right, no problem. No problem.
So, thank you for joining FSU Broncos. We'll be right back with the offensive coordinator, Maurice Flowers. Welcome back to the FSU Broncos Pigskin Press Talk. As mentioned earlier, we're here with offensive coordinator, Maurice Flowers.
Well, thank you for being here, for having me here. It's been a good week of practice, and we're just eager to get back to Saturday, to get back out there in the field and just go at a high level.
All right. So last weekend, very tough loss.
Yes.
I'm sure it took a lot out of the players, the Bronco fans, myself. It took a lot out of us mentally and physically.
Oh, yeah.
So in a game like that, how do you guys decompress and get back on track?
The biggest thing is to look it dead in the face and see what and why it happened, and we did that, and it was a good just look in the mirror for our team, our staff, everyone involved, and we did that. But it was something that was coming. For the last 2 to 3 weeks, we weren't playing at a high level, and we've been having pretty good practices, but on game day, we just weren't turning it on the way it needed to be. And a lot of times, we say we have some, it's the old adage, a hard head make a soft butt. And we've been telling them, but sometimes when you win, it covers up a lot of things. And so we took the L, and it got everybody's attention. But we're still in first place in the conference. We've had a good week of practice, and we've just refocused and looking forward to getting back on the game field.
Okay. So with the one game lead in the Southern Division, Has anything in practice changed?
Nothing's changed. Our Tuesday for us is our 1st and 10, 2nd and long day versus our opponent. Our Wednesday is our 3rd and short and 3rd and medium day, and then our Thursday is our 3rd and long and red zone and 2-minute day. So nothing has changed. Is the last thing that you want to do is something, you lose a game and then you change things, and then it looks like you didn't believe in your process. And one thing that we do is we believe in our process and how we go about our business and preparing for an opponent and preparing our team for each game.
Okay. So last weekend's out of the way. The routine has been the same.
Yes.
Because if it ain't broke,
don't fix it.
Don't fix it.
Yeah.
So headed into Salisbury on this Saturday coming up is the Blue Bears homecoming.
Yes.
So their attention is going to be high. They're going to have more alumni in the stands cheering them on. What do you kind of expect to see coming from the Blue Bears defense?
Oh, they're a good defense, very good. They're nationally ranked in several categories in Division II. When I say ranked, there's 166 teams playing Division II football, and they're ranked in the top 10 to 15 in a lot of major categories. So they're a team to be reckoned with. We're taking them very seriously. They're going to be on a high because it is homecoming, and they've lost 4 straight. They started off 4-0 and lost 4 straight. And it's homecoming, and I'm sure they're looking at us like someone that's a wounded animal, and we're going to come in and they feel they can just jump on us. So that's a good thing for us, because all we're worrying about is just getting back to our winning ways and playing Bronco football. And that's our main focus. We respect them in every way, but our biggest thing is our focus is on us. And if we do what we need to do and do it the way that we've practiced and the way that we've done in the past, we'll be fine.
Okay. Now you said one interesting thing that they're going to be looking at us as a wounded animal. Now, they started the season off on a very high note.
Yes.
And they're 4-4 now, so they won their first 4 games.
Yes, sir.
And now they've been on a 4-game win skid, losing skid. How do you keep our players from looking at them in the manner that they may be looking at us?
We had a game last week that could show us from not looking at anything the wrong way. Experience is a great teacher. And that's what we gained last week. In Coach Hayes' time here, he's built the program in some very good ways, and we've experienced a lot of things. What we didn't experience was last week. We were 6-1, riding high, and had won some games that had been close, where we didn't play well most of the games, and then last week we lost to a team that was 1-6, and we were highly favored over, and things like that. I mean, that's an experience that you take with you. Pretty sure that we're in that situation again. We handle it differently as we move on through the future. But it's the building of a program, and young men. That's like we're dealing with young men. And so it's a great experience for us. It's a painful experience, but it's one that we've learned from and we're going to move on from. So taking an opponent lightly, I believe, is something that we will not do anytime soon.
All right. So we're in week 9. So this is week 9 of the season. We expect there to be 2 more games after this weekend. How does the health of the offensive side look?
We're pretty healthy. Just knock on wood that we've had a pretty healthy season. We call it quality depth, and we have that on both sides of the ball. But on the offensive side, we're pretty healthy. The offensive line has been intact most all of the year. Our tight end position has been intact most all of the year. Our receiving core has been intact. Our quarterbacks have been intact. Some early injuries and bang-ups, and our tailbacks, they've sustained a couple injuries, but hey, we call it the stable for a reason. You just put another one in. So I think the recruiting has shown that we've done here the past few years. And recruiting well and putting together just quality players that if one guy goes out, it is the next man up mentality. And the next guy steps up, it's not much of a drop-off.
Because you've been able to, outside of the numbers Stevie Green puts up, you've been able to keep a rotation in of running backs.
Absolutely.
Of receivers, of tight ends.
Yes, sir.
You might have Kamate, who might have a big game at the tight end spot, and then a couple plays later, you got Chris Brooks.
Yes, sir.
Who's in scoring touchdowns also.
Yes, and it's really like the Golden State Warriors, their mantra when they're winning championships is strength in numbers. And we want to be a team that when you look at film, hey, it's that guy, it's that guy, it's that guy. You really can't key on any one guy. Of course, they're going to key on Stevie, but after Stevie, I mean, there's a bunch more guys. And that really is what helps us practice at a productive level, is that everybody feels that, hey, it can be my turn. It can be my turn, not next game, but next play. We've had a couple of games where we've had 6, 7, or 8 different guys touch the ball, catch balls, carry balls, and that's what we want. We want strength in numbers.
All right, and so far, that's what we have.
Yes, sir.
That's what we have. So, thank you for joining us here in the FSU Broncos Sports Network studio. Offensive coordinator Maurice Flowers.
Thank you.
I am Adrian Ferguson. For everything and all things Fayetteville State Athletics, visit our website, fsubroncos.com. Be sure to follow us on social media. That's Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And go to your app store, download our Fayetteville State Broncos app. That way you can get notifications of what's coming up and what has recently happened. Once again, Adrian Ferguson, thanks for joining us.